Project Conquering Vigo's Noise Phobia is underway. Dr. Amy Cook is the pilot. I'm the co-pilot. She's the Batman. I am the Robin. And Vigo is the Gotham City. Where we last left off, I had given up hope that we might be able to help Vigo. I thought that I tried everything, and then Dr. Cook got in touch and offered to help. And now here we are. I wanted to start off by talking about medication because this is something that I have been very on the fence about in the past. In the past, we have tried trazodone, I think is what it's called. I think we were on that for like 3 days before we decided that it wasn't right for us. In our conversation with Dr. Cook, she made it very clear that, first of all, she's not a vet. So she was like, speak to your vet about this. This is just me giving you a steer for the conversation to have with your vet. And what she suggested instead to ask our vet about is something called clonidine. So I've asked ChatGPT to summarize for me how clonidine works. All right, here's what ChatGPT says. Clonidine works by calming a dog's nervous system when they're scared of loud noises like fireworks or thunderstorms. When a dog hears a scary noise, their brain sends out signals that make them feel anxious and stressed. Clonidine helps by blocking some of those signals in the brain, especially in areas that control fear and stress. It slows down their overreaction to the noise, making them feel more relaxed and less panicked. Think of it like turning down the volume on their fear response so they can stay calm. I'm not a vet, but that's just what ChatGPT says. So my understanding is that it helps just bring the anxiety down a little bit. In that conversation with Dr. Cook, there was someone else called Dr. Erica Greer as well, who was kind of part of the conversation. And they both echoed the sentiment that this medication will not make him woozy, will not make him drowsy, whereas the Traz, we definitely felt like he just wasn't himself, and that's why we didn't love having him on it. So, second thing to add, it's good to go to your vet and talk about this. What is better is to find a behavioral veterinarian, because this is kind of what they specialize in. When I went to my vet who gave us the Traz, even she was like, I think you should speak to a behavioral vet. They could probably help you more. And so we found one in Miami. I need to fill in a survey of Vigo's symptoms, what he's like, so that she can then craft like a bespoke prescription for him around what kind of medication might help. Another benefit to a behavioral vet that Dr. Cook highlighted is that instead of having like a one size fits all prescription, which a vet might do, they can really tailor how much they give you and then check in over time and kind of update the amounts of whatever they've prescribed. So it's a much more personalized cocktail, so to speak, to help your dog. That's where we're at now. Separately, we've started the training side of things. I'm going to make another video on that, outlining what that looks like and why Dr. Cook's approach is so much different to other approaches. But I wanted to cover medications separately because I do think it's worth its own conversation. I know some people might not love the idea of it, but my thinking is if these can be our training wheels to get Vigo into a good place where eventually we can then get rid of that, that would be the dream. So watch this space. I'll keep you updated in terms of submitting the application to the behavioral veterinarian, what we're prescribed, how that's working with Vigo, if we notice any differences based off of the medication. But that's definitely a first step that we are pursuing. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope that helps. And go Vigo! Wish us luck.